You have to learn to detach from negative thoughts completely. It's important to understand that you are not your thoughts or your emotions. You are the one who chooses to react on the thoughts or emotions that you choose to have or that you have. Like when you have an emotion that comes in your mind, when you have a thought that comes into your mind, you're the one who chooses to be like, oh, I feel angry. I should punch this nigga in this shit. Or I have this thought that makes me feel sad. So I'm going to sit in my bed all day and be a fucking bum and a loser and a pussy and a liberal, basically, right? You choose to make that decision. Nobody forces you to act on a thought that doesn't serve you. Nobody forces you to act on an emotion that doesn't serve you. You just think, oh, because I feel this way, and this is also because of the feminization of our fucking society that has led to this. Like you think, oh, I have this thought or feeling, so this means I have to feel this way. When no, the truth is you don't have to act on any thoughts or feelings you have. You can just observe them and see them and be like, oh, I have this negative thought, fuck off. Or I have this emotion that isn't going to serve me, fuck off. It naturally just comes with practice. I'm not saying this is something that you're going to get good at instantly. As I always say, across all my fucking content, all the fucking time, everything worth having in life must be worked for. Right. So this is something you need to get better at. But it's first you have to start with realizing, okay, I'm not my thoughts and emotions. So I can feel an emotion that doesn't serve me and not act on it. I can feel a thought that doesn't serve me and choose not to act on it or make it affect my behavior in a negative way. And then naturally, when you have thoughts that don't serve you, you're like, all right, fuck off. I'm not going to do that. You have an emotion that doesn't serve you. You're like, all right, fuck off. I'm not going to do that. Boom. Now you gain full control over yourself. Right. And this is where the beautiful thing happens because what all successful men, what all very, very successful men do, what all men who reach the pinnacle of their power and the pinnacle of their craft do, is they only act on thoughts that serve them. They only act on thoughts that make them a winner. The lion is the king of the jungle because he only sees himself as a king, right? That's why he's like that. That's why he moves the way he does. That's why he has the pride and ego that he has because he's unwilling to latch onto any thoughts that does not serve him. You know, unfortunately, too many men are unsuccessful not because they don't have the potential and they don't have the ability. They just think, oh, I have this thought that makes me a fucking loser, so I should be a loser. Like, no, you dumb nigga. You need to only latch on thoughts that make you a winner. You only need to latch on the thoughts that are going to make you a winner. You need to base your ego and how you view yourself as I'm the type of guy who works really fucking hard. I'm the type of guy who, no matter what happens, I refuse to fucking lose. I'm going to do whatever it takes to work harder and harder and harder. Not working hard is never a choice in my mind. No matter how much that thought comes into my mind, I'll never stop working hard. And then you'll eventually become a winner by default because your success in this world is determined by what you do. Not what you think, not what you know, but what you do. If you only take action that turns you into a winner, you'll be a winner. You can think, you can have the most negative, sad, depressing thoughts in your fucking head right now. But if you're just like, you know what? I'm still going to do the work I need to do, then you'll become a winner by default. Like it's we think that we need to hold on to these thoughts in our mind that or act on these thoughts in our mind that don't serve us when you just don't have to give a fuck. You could just not give a fuck. I'm like, I'm just gonna do the work that's gonna make me a winner. I can feel sad as fuck. I can feel depressed as shit. I'm still gonna do the work that's gonna turn me into a winner. I'm still only gonna act on the thoughts that make me a winner. And realizing this is really life changing when it comes to your life and success. It makes your success virtually guaranteed because you're just never gonna think in a way where you'll lose, no matter what fucking happens to you, right? Too many times we allow shit that happens to us to give us thoughts that make us want to lose and then we act on those thoughts. When if you're like, no matter what happens to me, I'm just going to find a way to come out on top. I'm going to use whatever happens to me as an opportunity to grow and get stronger to come out on top. And naturally, when you think that way, you become a winner. It's just inevitable. And I want your guys' success to be inevitable. So you can carry yourself with this level of confidence that like, nigga, I'm going to win no matter what. I'm destined to win. That's how you should always fucking feel.